Hey YouTube, it's Mike Penn Gangster. Today I want to talk a little bit of a major problem that we have in Diablo 4, and that is with the leveling system. Okay, before I do get into why it's a big problem, let me just say that I'm enjoying the game. Okay, I'm someone that likes to grind, but I also understand the fact that majority of the people that play this game are not all hardcore players, and I think that the leveling system in this game is a major problem. It's just way too slow. Let me explain why. I know there will be a few smart asses in the comments that are going to say, Mike, you could actually level up to 100 in less than 100 hours. And the answer to that is actually no, you can't. And I'm going to explain to you why no, you can't. Because the only way you'll get to level 100 in less than 100 hours is that if you go on YouTube and watch people farm for the best experience possible, the fastest experience, doing the same dungeon for freaking 80 hours straight to get to level 100. Now that is not enjoyable for anybody, okay? These guys are content creators or streamers, whatever you want to call them. They do it because it's their job, and I'm pretty sure some of them are going to get burned out when it comes to like season play. They're going to get to the point where they're going to get burned out. Most casual players cannot go through that process, okay? So leveling to level 100 in less than 100 hours for most casual players is probably impossible, okay? That's a true fact, because most casual players are going to play the game and they're not going to play like these hardcore players trying to exploit the best way to experience leveling up, okay? They're just going to basically play the game, roam around, do some dungeons, do some quests, do the story, and level up slowly. That's how most casual players play the game. And for me, that's a big concern, because Diablo is based on season content, right? So if a person most likely will never get to level 100, at least a casual player, could you imagine going through that process one more time throughout season? They're not going to want to do it. They're not going to want to do it. A hardcore player is going to do it for sure, because he's a hardcore player. But like the thing is, the hardcore people that play Diablo could maybe be like, I don't know, maybe 20-30% of the player pool. The other 60-70%, let's say 70%, are more people that just play the game more casually, which they would like to get to the end game, but they just don't have the time for it. And it's basically stopping them from playing, because when they see that they're not, they're not advancing, it's gonna eventually they're gonna get bored of it, and they're definitely not gonna be playing seasons, because they're not gonna go through the same process over and over and over. It's just not right. It's just not good. Like I think the biggest issue of the system for the leveling is that they tied the Paragon levels to actually the character's level, which I think this should have been separated, just because you basically combining this system makes it almost impossible for people to act. Not impossible, because of course people are gonna get to level 100, but for the casual players I'm talking about, they're not gonna get there, because not everybody that would level up their Paragon levels would level up their Paragon levels to the max. Okay, in any Diablo, like Diablo 3, not everybody had 5,000 Paragon levels, but a lot of people had their level max characters, not only one but multiple of them, probably every single one, actually every class, right? Because that's the way the game should be built. Should be built that you could actually play multiple characters, get them to the max level, and after you choose how much more do you want to advance on that character with the Paragon levels and so on, and how much grind you want to go towards the end game once you're at the end game. That could have been a different system, and I think it would have been a little bit more healthier of a leveling system. The way they did it, I feel like a lot of the people are going to eventually get extremely burned out, because leveling to level 100 is extremely a grind. It's a grind. This is like old school grind, okay? Even World of Warcraft, when it first started, wasn't as bad as this Diablo when it comes to leveling up. This is pretty hardcore. This is not enjoyable, grinding. I know, again, the same people got to say, but Mike, there's people that are doing it in less than 100 hours. Again, they're doing it in a way which is not enjoyable. Grinding the same dungeon over and over and over and over and over and over and over for 40, 50, 60 hours straight or whatever. It's just not enjoyable. It's not fun. Well, what's the difference if I know some people say, what's the difference of grinding one particular dungeon and grinding 20 different ones? Well, the difference is that it's different. That's the difference. Not everybody wants to see the exact same thing over and over and over. It gets kind of boring. Yes, it doesn't really matter which dungeon you do when it comes to like getting loot, because at the end of the day, your loot is going to be basically RNG, which you eventually are going to like find stuff for your character. But the thing is that the process of like doing the same dungeon over and over and over kind of kills the whole point of playing the game, the world map, right? Because that's the whole point. Like there's 100 and something dungeons. It's for a player to actually experience every dungeon, and actually enjoy going through different dungeons and stuff like that, killing different names or so on, right? That's the cool process of playing a open world. At least that's the way I see it, right? Anyways, I'll leave the video at that. You guys leave a comment. You guys let me know what you guys think. I think this is a major issue. Okay, I think that a lot of the casual player pool are going to be basically turned off by this, and a lot of them are going to probably end up playing a character a certain level, and eventually they're going to move on to another game because they're not going to want to go through that process over and over and over and over. It's just not enjoyable for the majority of people that actually want to play the game. That's my point of view on it. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you want for more content. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, or if not, dislike. I mean, do what you got to do. Have a good day, guys. Bye bye.